Hey, how's it going out there? This is Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer, that's Ricky.
You
How's it going? How's it going there, Ricky?
pretty good, DeeTer.
Pretty
How's it going there?
Well, I was watching the Cowboys game, you know what I mean? But I'd
Yeah,
much rather do this.
I like to call it the Seahawks game.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Yeah, because fuck
So,
Dallas. I'd like to start every show with that. I know you'd asked me to cut back on the cursing, but
yeah,
I
it's
can't
all right,
really
man.
do it. I got to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody they don't like our show, fuck them.
Well, I'm trying to give some more channels and such, but yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, we just got to be ourselves.
Yeah. We're on this Two Birds One Show on a BGSE network. Talks Philly sports and craft beer. Like, subscribe, share, hopefully. Usually start off with a craft beer, talk about that, and then talk about some sports, get our second beer, and then talk about that and go our final sports. So why don't you start us off, Ricky? What are you drinking tonight?
Well, I got
Oh man, Equilibrium.
oh
Right? That's
no,
Equilibrium.
no, it's Treehouse.
Oh, is it? I thought that was MC Squared or something.
No.
Oh, Juice Project. Looks a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Looks a lot like the other one. Yeah. All
A little
right.
bit like Einstein, I guess. This one's the Citron Galaxy Juice Project.
Man.
Yeah,
That's really good.
So that's what I got.
Wow. Look at that fucking beer. I just said I see your one post on your what's Ricky's Beer Adventures, or you got a box mailed to you or something with a bunch of good beers.
Yeah, that was on Craft Beer Fanatics on Facebook, and then on my Facebook page. Well, yeah, I mean, a buddy of mine sent it to me, so it's just I like to do it. Like I do my beer review videos. So, what are you drinking on tonight?
All right. So let me start you off. I went to a liquor store and I seen like this white box, and it's the Project 12 like Christmas box or whatever. Did you see that?
Project 12 by who?
Or it's the guys that do like Timber Creek and Abomination, Orange
you mean
Cat.
the 12% beer project?
12%. I always get that mixed up. Yeah.
Oh.
So they do a Christmas box, and it's just like a white box. So I picked that up. So I'm going blind. You know what I mean? I don't think I had these beers before. So I went with Orange Cat, Fat Orange Cat.
Orange Cat, nice.
Baby Elves.
Nice. Yeah, I think I had that on tap at the Hob last year around this time.
This is a 9%.
Maybe it was Baby Kittens I had.
Yes, Baby Elves. It's got the little cats with the Christmas hats.
Nice. 9.5%?
9%.
No joke. What's mine at? This looks like 8.4%. So
okay, this is not bad, dude. Not bad. It's got like a creamy malt base. Yeah, a lot of oats. Not overpowering with your hops. You get a little fruitness, but a nice like bitter back end. Damn, for 9%, this is easy. This is easy. Like, look at that head, man.
What hops are you picking up on?
God, man.
What hops are you picking up on there?
Dude, it's like some Mandarin, like orange hop, and then like
Mandarina?
Maybe, and then like some bitter hop at the end, like a Columbus or a Chinook or something. Maybe give it like a Christmas time kind of thing going on. I could be wrong, but you know what I mean? I'm usually pretty decent with that. It's got a nice New World hop on the front end to give that fruitiness, and maybe like an older hop on the back end. That was fucking good.
Nice.
Yeah. So how's the Citron Galaxy? I mean, I'm sure it's amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, those juice projects are probably one of my favorites from them. You know what I mean?
It's two of my favorite hops. I mean, you can't really go wrong there. It's smooth. It's the same thing I can say with, it's an expertly well crafted beer. It's incredibly crushable for 8.4%. You know, it's
Right.
dangerously smooth.
Mhm.
You know, I feel like I'm not getting overpowered by one hop. I feel like the Citra and the Galaxy are both kind of playing counterpart to each other. Nobody's really overpowering, and
Yeah.
that's a talent in itself to make a beer do that. I mean, listen, you can
Treehouse.
combine two hops and still be good, and one overpowers the other. This
Right.
one just happens to be very balanced. I'm getting
Treehouse always has that fruity, beer
Yeah,
to it. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
it's their yeast
It's
base that
never,
they're using.
yeah, yeah. It's never like a real bitter bite to it. You know what I mean?
Very
It's
rarely,
always,
unless it's like a sap
yeah,
or something.
right. Their beers are so good, man.
Yeah. This is no different. I'm definitely enjoying this. This is, you see nice color, great lacing.
Right.
I know how to pour, so you don't see a ton of head on it. I'm just fucking with you.
Well, dude, let this sit for a while. This thing's not going nowhere.
No,
This
I'm
is
just fine.
oats. You know what I mean? The oats is going to be a nice fluffy head on that thing, dude. It's like you can walk on that.
Yeah, that is like a marshmallow.
Yeah. I will say, if anybody picks up this box, there was a lot of like low ABVs. There were some sessions, some seltzers. I don't know why they threw that in there for a winter box.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then there was a few like mild stouts. You know what I mean? Like a 6% stout. So it was like a well-round box. You know, it was not. This is probably like the heavy hitter they had out of it.
Well,
But it wasn't too bad. I think it was like $40 for like a 12-pack, something like that. So
that's not bad at all.
Right.
And that's not in this day and age. And shout out to 12% Beer Project and all the stuff they're doing. A lot of good breweries up there. Shout out to Josh Arno, who's one of the head brewers and starters of Abomination. He's a local cat from what I believe. He's a South Jersey kid. Yeah, I want to say Blackwood, but I'm not positive. So shout out to Josh. If you ever watch this, and shout out to 12% and Abomination. I grew up there. They're putting out great stuff.
Breweries. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, if you have a friend that's like starting to get into craft beer, this is like the perfect Christmas gift. You know what I mean? Like, or if you want to send it to somebody, it's already boxed up, slap a label on it, put it in the mail, and go.
Yeah, good idea.
But there was only I'd say like 6 boxes at Bobcat. They've ran out pretty quick.
Think that's all they got, or they sold a lot?
Yeah. They only give it like a certain amount out or something like that. Okay.
Well, if you don't also check Raj at Clayton Liquor, he's always putting it up there with the best stuff too.
And I don't know if every box is the same or they mix it up. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah. Did you go over there to Bobcat when they had their Stout Fest?
I did. Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, they had a root and branch one that was really good. They had oh my god, Crooked Stave.
Nice.
That was really good.
Did they have any Cigar City by any chance?
Nah. Yeah, they haven't been getting Cigar City in a long time, man.
No, well, I only asked because I remember when you brought back the Hunapu. That was one of the best stouts I ever had. That was just a banger of the stout, dude. I mean, just top 3.
My brother said if you want to gift somebody, you order gift your brother.
Hey, listen, I wish one of my sisters would send me that box. Shit, send me any beer, Nikki and Bree.
Oh man. But yeah, my brother knows. I always get him his NJCB card.
Oh, nice.
We re-up every year, man, because that's a good Christmas.
To use that at Bobcat?
Oh, all the time, man. Nice. Yeah, and I would say like if I'm spending $40, I'm saving $5 if I'm buying Jersey local. And I usually try to because I like to promote Jersey beer on my website and breweriesinNJ.com. But so if I use that card, I probably make the money back in maybe a month or two. Like,
nice. What's it, $25?
$25. Yeah.
Oh, you can't beat that, man. Shout out to Mike and his crew at what it was in NewJerseyBeer.com or whatever.
NJCB.com, I think it is. I know the card's NJCB.
And your site is breweriesinNJ.com, correct?
Yeah.
Check it out, everybody.
Yeah.
It's a great site.
So,
especially if you like Jersey beers.
Yeah, and man, promote local, because Jersey Brewery right now, man, it's getting bad. Like, they just vetoed that bill, man, I really wish they wouldn't. And it's so crazy why they vetoed it. Like, they want to try to get more liquor license out or something like that, and they want to have more liquor license available to like malls or something like that. Like, it makes grocery stores something. That's why he wanted that in the bill. This bill has nothing to do with like liquor license. Like that. This bill was to help out craft beer, man.
Yeah,
and to stop it, to not have no food or entertainment to build up liquor license. I mean,
you're handcuffing these fucking breweries. And I'll say this, and I've said it many times. Phil Murphy or whoever you guys are, I know you're probably watching my show regularly. You guys are not only fucking over breweries, but you're fucking over towns, and you're fucking over your state, because the thing I've noticed about breweries is breweries revitalize or help revitalize and sustain towns. What they do, the commerce they bring around them and support around them is next level. Remember Pittman? I remember Pittman 12, 15 years ago was a fucking ghost town. There's no reason to go there unless you live there. Then you get Kelly Green Brewery comes in, right? You plant the seed. It starts to sprout. Then you get Human Village right next door. Starts to sprout. Now, guess what? Your nightlife's open again. The Pittman Theater's open. Restaurants are coming to town.
Right.
They get their first liquor license. The breweries were first. Then Merriman's comes. And now it's a thriving little town. And because of that one brewery, Kelly Green, shout out to Justin. And I've seen it in other towns. That's why towns, listen, every town or county or town really should have a brewery, and it should be funded by the state, because it does so much good for that area. And breweries they're good for the community. Every town should have one.
Jeff says you're 100% right. I've never been to Woodstown in my life until Farmers and Bankers came in there, and that's a good brewery too, man. I had a few of their beers. Awesome brewery.
It's funny you bring that up. My buddy Steve, shout out to Stevie Rydell, was just in today hanging out. We were just talking about that brewery. He's like, have you been? I'm like, not yet. My one sister lives down near there. He's like, go check them out. I just went. They got good stuff. Plus, I hear they do a train ride you can take from there over to Swedesboro Brewing, like make a whole day of it, which is super fucking cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about with breweries, man. And I've heard good things about Farmers and Bankers too, man. I heard it's a good brewery.
The beer festival, and their stuff they had was probably the best beer at the beer festival. So,
speaking of small little breweries in small towns, if anybody can, check out the Lost Elephant over in Elmer. Man, those people are putting out really good stuff, and I don't think the word's gotten out about them. They're small. They could use the support. Their beers are good. It's a quaint, cool little fucking spot. Cool to hang out. I mean, if I lived in that town, I'd be there 3 or 4 nights a week. I'd go to that place over any bar, anytime. It's a quaint, cool little hangout, inside, outside, not too big, so it doesn't get too packed. A quaint little town.
Where's Elmore?
So I guess that's south of us, right?
South? Okay.
South-ish. I mean, listen, I don't go to Elmer. The only time I went was to go to Lost Elephant. That's what I'm saying. But you see that, though? That's a town I would never go to. Right. But because Lost Elephant opened, it gave me a reason. That's what I'm saying with breweries and this fucking these nitwits in Jersey in their in the front offices there. Listen, I know what it is. It's about the right people getting their fucking pockets lined with money. That's all it is in Jersey. I know that.
Half hour away. Thanks, Rob. So half hour away.
Well, probably from you. From us, it was about 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, because I think we used to maybe go hunting around that area or something back in the day. But
what were you hunting for? Pussy?
We go down the alleyway, and I think Elmer is not too far from there.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think alleyway might. Yeah, I think you might be right. It sounds about right. And it was cool because it was. And here's another thing about like breweries. Like I never really go to Elmer, but I went for that brewery. And guess what? While we were there, we were like, hey, let's hit that cool little coffee shop, tiny little spot right there. Went in there, bought coffees, got, whatever, cupcakes, cookies, fucking brown. I don't know. And now commerce is flowing. And then I think I stopped somewhere else too before we even left. So it's like, because I went to that town I'd never go to for one brewery, I put money into the brewery, the bakery, the fucking coffee shop, I'm
all for maybe getting more liquor license in the state, sure, But you know what? That's not going to help the brewery. You know what I mean? Getting a liquor license at a shopping mart is going to help maybe more, mainstream breweries or distribution. You know what I mean? That's not going to help out the little breweries. You know what I mean? These people,
and they're the lifeblood. Those little breweries really, I mean, they're the, the seed. Oh. Yeah, speaking of which, have you had anything from the seed in Atlantic City?
Yeah.
I've heard good things. I just brought a keg of theirs in collab with Brick City called "You Got My Sword." How was it?
You landed on my sword or something like that. I think it is.
I think it's you have my sword. I think it's you have my sword.
Yeah, I thought I did a review on it. I thought I did a review on that beer maybe a week or two. Yeah.
Dude, who knows? I can barely remember what the fuck I ate for breakfast, let alone a week ago. Seriously. Did I eat breakfast? I don't know. I probably didn't, but
but yes, it was a good beer. Right. I've had it before too. I even brought a can over Jeff's while we were all drinking outside there.
Nice. You guys have any good lagers?
We're gonna have some. We're gonna have some good German beers this weekend. We're gonna
I do love German beers, dude. I am German. If anybody couldn't tell.
Yeah, me too. But I don't really get a chance to drink a lot of German beers unless I go to Frankfurt Hall or Brauhaus Schmidt or something like that.
Oh, Schmidt's awesome.
Yeah, and I haven't been there in ages, so I can't wait, man.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you guys on the German beers. I do enjoy, and you know what? So it's like DeeTer, you say how like me and you drink. We always drink like the IPAs for the most part.
Right. That's what we like, man. You know what I mean?
Right. But what I'm saying is with the German beers, it's cool too because like if I know I'm going into a day where I'm drinking I'll prep my quietly I'm prepping myself for that German side, and then once I'm like, boom, this is so good, and I forget all about hazy IPAs for a day.
Well, me a good Hefeweizen is like a little segue from IPA. You know what I mean? You get that nice body, a little bit of fruitiness. You get that banana. I could deal with some Hefeweizen if I'm in the mood for IPA. But my German favorite is like a Dunkelweizen. It's like a Hefeweizen and a Dunkel mixed together, man. And that's just a smooth, kind of like a brown lager, man. And I could drink that all day.
Yeah, I mean. Now I'm in the mood for fucking German beers and lagers and shit. You see, listen, I don't know if anybody follows it. I know me and DeeTer are big. I love Untappd. It's my favorite app on my phone. I love it. It's the best app ever. They're doing a lager badge between the 8th and the 11th of this month. So I'm going to drink a lager within those 3 days to get. I'm a bachelor, dude.
Yeah,
I love getting the fucking badges. Still, even after all these years, and they overflood you with them. Give me badges. I want badges.
Yeah. You got some numbers, man. I'm getting up there too, man. But I'm no Ricky yet.
Well, it's not even about that. I never look at it as a competition. It's just fun. It's Facebook for beer geeks without the drama. It is how I look at it.
Oh man, this beer!
I love it.
Really
it's not a competition for me. Listen, you just saw. I'm checking in Yingling Flight the other day. That beer is absolute dog shit. Yeah, but I still drink it. I check in all my beers. It's no competition for me. I just enjoy doing it. I like seeing what other people are drinking, what they think. Different. Listen, I love the beer world and everything to do. I love talking it. Drinking it, just following it, reading about it. I can't get enough.
Yeah. If you're in the Jersey area or I don't know if they're in New York or whatever, the Fat Orange Cat's always on the shelf. This is a new beer, Baby Elves. So it's pretty damn good, man.
I think I brought one in last year. Maybe it was like Baby Kittens or something. Or maybe
they always do.
And I think they do like Baby Leprechauns too. I think it's like each season, which is cool. Like so, right now I guess they have Baby Elves because Christmas, and then around St. Patty's you'll probably see like Baby Leprechauns and stuff like that. So that's I like when breweries do cool shit like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much the craft beer part in the beginning here.
I know I'm about done this one too. This is fucking 8.4% double IPA. I just drank like a bottle of water.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. We do like to drink beer.
I do enjoy drinking brews.
Well, let's knock out one of the quick Philly sports. So let's hit
listen. Hit the only thing I love talking more than beer is Philly sports.
Now, the Flyers, man, they've been up and down, but Yeah, I guess I caught it down recently. They lost to the Devils today, 3-4. But Devils is a great team, dude. And they lost to the Hurricanes on Tuesday, which
got
was
their asses kicked. Yeah, I watched it. Got their asses kicked.
It's another good game.
Listen,
good team too, man.
I think I said it to Greg the other day. Listen, I'm 35 years on the Flyers. I love my Flyers. I do. And I don't like rooting from the lose. It hurts me, but I do understand. And listen, a couple bright spots here, but understand this right now. I know everybody's like, oh, they won 5 in a row. Cool. That's fool's gold. You know what they did last November? They had a 12-game streak in which they didn't lose a game. I think they were like 7-0-5, right? It was nice then. But you know what it did? At the end of the year, instead of drafting 1 or 2, you drafted 7. And listen, I like it too. I root for my Flyers, but just temper your expectations, anybody out there, or not, or don't listen to. What the fuck do I know? But I'm just saying, this is a team right now where if I ever give you a pass and say, I won't get mad at you for this year and next year if you don't make the playoffs. I understand the process, because when Mitch Cobb comes over after the next 2 years, build that foundation for him so we can hit the ground running, because that kid's the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love Philly sports. Yeah, it's hard for me not to root for him.
I root for him, but I understand what it's a means to an end.
At the end of the day, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, I try to play the devil's advocate, but I mean,
I know. Listen, I don't want to root for my teams. Yeah. I didn't want to root for the Sixers to lose all those years ago in the process of getting Embiid. And I know everybody's like, no, guess what? The process did work. We're probably about to go on our 6th straight season, win 50 games, and having the chance.
Gregory, yeah, I'm on the tank wagon.
Tank, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I am too. Yeah. And it's hard to say, and it sucks to have to be there as a franchise. But sometimes when your front offices drive you so far into the ground because of piss poor drafting and trades and moves that you need to make, that's what happens. And right now, we're cleaning up, and that's what we're doing. So we'll get there. Listen, I know it sucks now, but in like 3, 4, 5 years, when Mitch Cobb comes and this team is fucking flying, we're going to look back and be like, remember that? Remember when the Flyers were bad and we had to root from the lose? Now we're about to win a cup, So I know.
I hope so. I mean, I really do. I'm kind of a little iffy if he's even going to get over here, but you're pretty confident about it.
He will. Listen, I don't think Briere and Jonesy would have spent the number 7 overall pick if they didn't do their homework and truly believed that he would be here. Yeah, but here's the thing: he has to play out his contract, and that's fine. I respect that. It's a guy. Listen, that's morals. That's standards. He said, "I'm going to play out my 3-year contract," and that's fine. I get it. You signed a contract, honor it, and then he comes over here. And I think when he comes over, he's still going to be like 24 or something like that. So don't quote me, but I think
that's young, dude. Jesus
he's got a lot of these hockey players coming at like fucking 20. You know what I mean? This isn't like football. You can come in, I think, at almost any age, like fucking soccer.
Well, I'm pretty proud of my nephew, Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby.
He's on the Rams team, the Gloucester Catholic Rams hockey team. Nice. Yeah, I'm so happy for him, man.
Good get him, kiddo. We're all rooting for you, kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man.
I see you posting pictures of him sometimes on Facebook. I think I met him a couple times. Seems this is a truly good kid, man. God bless. Wish you well.
He works hard, man. He does like training on his own on the ice. He works out. He was doing like track and field running and everything in the summertime or whatever, just to keep his.
What positions he plays? Is he defenseman? He's a forward, a goaltender.
He was playing center on the other league. I don't know where he's at with the Gloucester Catholic though. They supposedly have a decent team. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think they're having a little problem getting kids in play hockey now, but
it's probably expensive.
Yeah.
What to go with next? DeeTer, fuck, man. Most of my beers are fucking strong as shit.
Here, maybe this will help you out. Yep, there it is. What's in your fridge? What's in your fridge? Little tree house, maybe some other half. What's in your fridge?
Yeah. Maybe some monkish, I don't know.
Oh, man.
What's in your fridge?
Dude, you got Fridays, you got Juice Machine. Damn, dude. You got some good beers in there, man.
Yeah, I lucked out.
Hitters. Yeah.
Well, look, you know, ain't gonna be none of that old bullshit. I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do. Yeah, and I'm gonna give some backstory on this type of beer too.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an interesting one. If you're a beer nerd like me and DeeTer, this will interest you. It's a quick, probably 2-minute little.
I love story
I'm going
time.
with this. This actually was a World Cup medalist, a gold medalist, nonetheless, in last year. Not that it's a year old.
My brother said he's playing left wing and center.
Nice.
Little Bob.
So this is from North Park Beer Company. I believe they're out of San Diego.
Oh,
this
is pretty good, right?
Yo, yeah. This is a West Coast style IPA, not just West Coast. Yes, they are from the West, but it's West Coast style. Now, if anybody's new to the show or new in the craft beer, maybe you're not. And they're like, we know this asshole. I'm going to tell you, West Coast style IPAs is what me and DeeTer cut our teeth on coming up. That was our shit. We drank a ton of it. I mean, whether it be Stone and Joy Buys or Ballast Point or fucking Heady Topper, Pliny the Elder. You know, we cut our teeth on this stuff, and I loved it. But I'm going to tell you something now. New England styles came in, and I don't love these anymore. I don't love these West Coast anymore. I'll drink them once in a while, but I don't.
Alchemist is their 20th year anniversary. I just watched a video. They're coming out with it.
20 already?
Yeah, 20 years, man. And they did a Heady Topper. They boosted up to like 10%.
Oh,
and
shit.
Supposedly you use like some really good hops, and I'm
guessing they used the same shit they used for the original, right?
Right, but I think he kind of like doctored it up. I don't know if he used Pacific or some Citra or something. You know, what I mean, something different. But he was saying,
I don't want to interrupt. I gotta say, this beer smells fucking amazing, and I don't even really dig West Coast IPAs. Wow.
I just want to say, just take. Be on the lookout. They said they're going to brew it 4 times this year for their.
Are they going to send it down here?
I don't know.
Oh, I wish.
Might not though. Yeah, I wish. But
I just drank a Heady Topper like I think last week.
He said it was like awesome. He was raving over it. The what's it? Kimchik?
The Kimmiches, I think. The Kimmich, like Kimmich, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Man, DeeTer, listen, I'm not a West Coast IPA, but I see why this won a gold medal at the World Beer Cup in 2022. On the nose alone.
Bless you.
Thanks. Fucking seasonal allergies.
Yeah.
Plus I'm in my fucking garage. Luckily it's cold out here. That's why I have my hoodie and a fucking woolly on. But the nose smells fucking fantastic. You see here, you see with the West Coast, you get more of a clearish.
Clear.
You know, you got a nice, not too quick dissipating head. It hangs. It's about a finger's width. It dissipated a little bit, but not too quickly. You know, like I said, the nose is amazing. Let's give it a shot. I mean, that's really good.
Yeah.
As much as a rant, I just went on about West Coast IPAs, and I mean that's really fucking good. That's probably a 4.65 on Untappd for me.
I still like drinking West Coast IPAs once in a while.
I know you do.
I could get a Pliny. Yeah, man.
Pliny, well, you're talking about the best of the best.
Right.
Yeah, if I could get a Pliny too, I would. But would you still buy Stone and Joy Buy?
Jeff, I still love West. Yeah, I would. I'd probably enjoy buy if it was fresh. You know what I mean? I've always Stone.
And Jeff, can I make a point? And listen, I want to say this with all due respect, so I hope nobody gets mad at me when I say this. It's just an observation. I'm not shocked Jeff still likes the West Coast a lot, because there seems to be a correlation with, there's almost a fence between, I love New England IPAs, fence. I love lagers and West Coast IPAs, like the fence, and that's fine. But I noticed that, like, it tends to be, if you are a big lager guy and you do want an IPA, it's like, I want a West Coast IPA, and nothing wrong with that. But then the fence is put up, and on the other side, it's like, oh, I'm a haze boy. There definitely seems to be that separation. Don't nobody get mad because everybody sees it and knows it, and there's nothing wrong with it.
I love Jeff May. He's an awesome dude, and me and him have such a great time. But we had an argument about this earlier. He showed me the video of The Alchemist, and I was like, The Alchemist, and I would say like Carton, they try to do like a East Coast style, but they still have that West Coast route. You know what I mean? Like O-Dub still has like that West Coast style. You know what I mean?
It was in that in between. Right. The before West Coast and New England, and then there was that in between. You're right. I know what you're saying. I notice what you're noticing.
And Augie Carton, he calls it like the New Jersey IPA. He calls it the New Jersey style IPA. And I get that. It is like a little bit, of West Coast, East Coast. It's
good beer though.
Yeah, right. They are great beers. I drank a juice machine.
What is it? I can't read what it says.
I drank a juice machine tonight, my friend. I love them. Oh, okay. He does like a lot of good beers.
Man, I'm going to drink a lager tonight for you, Jeff. And the West Coast IPA.
Man. But he was saying the Alchemist Brewery, like he thought it was going to be cloudy. That's what he was shooting for. But after the process, it cleared up like real bright, like how that beer is.
Well, and I don't want to ever claim to know anything much about brewing, but especially like the Kimmonsons. But maybe back then too, they were still in the infancy stages of almost the creation of a New England style IPA, where it's like, okay, we were going for this and we didn't quite get there, but eventually they did. As Alchemist though.
As a brewer, I know what's going to make it bright and what's going to make it cloudy. You know
Oats
what I mean?
And wheat.
Wheat, right. And then you don't use clarifiers. No clarifiers. So,
it's basically unpasteurized,
Right. Yeah. So, it's very hard to not know, but that's how he said it. I'm sure it's a great beer.
If I remember correctly, I remember early on, not you or us or anybody we know, but in the brewing world, I feel like early on in the baby stages of the New England style IPA, a lot of other brewers kind of got mad and put back and said it was a lazy way to brew and like you're leaving out a step. And I remember that, and maybe they're right, but maybe by accident, sometimes that's how you come up with the best beers,
Well, it was called Cold Crash or something like that. They gave it that hazy cold look to it. And what it does is it gives it a thicker body. It helps take away that bitterness of the hop, I would say. You know what I mean? Because you're getting...
Well, and also a lot of the hops had started now getting added later in the brand. There wasn't much, in the boil. It was more like late hops and dry hops, which I think took away a good amount of the bitterness.
Right. Well, look at Dogfish. They did the 60-minute, 75, 90, 120-minute. And that's like, each minute they were adding hops or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, everything's late addition. Yeah. And you have cryo. You have, resin, like a liquid shot to it. Like it's not like you're using a whole hop or even pellets,
And then the dry hopping process became so huge, and now, and I'm guilty of it. And I'm glad I'm guilty of it. Is I'm looking for the words DDH or TDH. That the dry hopping process totally at the end and after. Listen, triple dry hop every IPA I drink, please. I beg you to. I love it.
But going to a lot of bars, back in the day, if I always seen a perpetual IPA, I knew that was a good beer. What I mean?
And just double dry hopped. I think it was their scratch series batch 500.
Yeah,
either that's their double that new scratch series. If anybody doesn't know, the new scratch series from Trogs is their 500. I think it's either their double dry hop. I think it's their double dry hopped. What do you call it?
You see their process, how they make it, and they have bags of whole hops, man. And that's just crazy. Did you do that today? You know what I mean? But that's one of their great beers. And at the brewery drinking that fresh, it's banging. So good, dude. Yeah, I mean,
I
You
love
gotta
Perpetual
appreciate every
IPA.
style, you know.
And I'll say this too. I remember it too. And I don't know why I remember this. I'll never forget it. But the night of my bachelor party, way back when, the first IPA I had that night was a Trogs Perpetual IPA.
Yeah,
And I'll always remember that. And I'll always have a special
that's
place
awesome.
to me.
Yeah. You said the double version Perpetual for 500, and I think 501 was a triple version. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, I got a good memory of it too. My sister was living in Carlisle and Harrisburg, and Trogs is like a big presence in there. And like
Yeah.
every bar we went to had Perpetual IPA. You know, so every time hanging
Nice.
out with my sister there, yeah, that was one of our beers that we would always drink.
I like
So,
Trogs a lot. I do. I think Trogs is really good and consistent, and that's big for me. Especially with somebody like them, because I look at a Trogs like almost like a Dogfish or even a Sam Adams, where they're still not like a micro, but they're not macro either. But they're kind of in between,
Right.
where they're not real small, but they're not real big. So their shit stays real consistent, and they get very creative, and I like that a lot.
so I'm going to Jersey. Beer.
Nice.
Oh, this is a collaboration. Urban Village, Double Nickel, and Source. Fucking
Yeah.
great breweries. I like
That
Source. And I like
Friendsgiving?
yeah,
Nice.
that is awesome.
Double
They also
Nickel
said
in the
local
house. Shout out to
track.
my boy Chuck.
And this does not have to do with my pour. This is a good head. You know, it's pretty solid. It's not going down.
Peter,
You know,
every time you pour a beer, dude. Come on. Fuck you fooling, man. That's not because of my pour, dude. It's always because of your pour, dude. You pour aggressive as fuck, yo. You love pour aggressive. You're like, nah, that's good shit.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, boom.
Oh god, that's good.
That's a good beer. They
Yeah,
do
it
that
is,
every
man.
year.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It's a tasty beer. You know
What are
I
you
mean?
picking up?
Jesus, I don't know. That's a tough one. Because yeah, I mean, you get the fruitiness, you get the bitterness, man. That's just like all over the place. It's like a kitchen sink of beers here. And like most collaborations, when you have like more than like one or two like breweries, man, it's damn, that is fucking good. Damn. I don't even know, man. Like I can't really.
Well, how's the body of it? It's got a full body?
Thin. Yeah, it's thinner than the last one.
What's the ABV like?
Oh my god, this also has Tonewood and fucking Cape May, and that's a pretty cool beer.
I love Tonewood beers. And Cape May beers too.
Yeah, I want to say this one's like an 8 or 9% too.
Nice.
The other, yeah. Damn, dude. But just easy drinking beer. But you do get a little bit of fruitiness and a little bit of bitterness. Not as much as the last one I had. It's
kind of what I'm getting from this. I'm getting fruitiness. I'm getting bitterness. You definitely could tell with the West Coast style IPA, the IBUs are higher. You know, whereas most of the New Englands I'm drinking, I'm throwing a shot in the dark. I'm guessing the IBUs are all probably under 45. This is probably upwards of 70 or 80 IBUs. So you're getting a nice little bite. You get the clarity.
Yeah. But yeah, this is probably going to be around the area. You know, if you're in the Jersey area, Double Nickel, Friendsgiving. Yeah. It's gotta be fresh off the shelf. You know, tasty beer.
What's the ABV on that?
I think it's pretty. I think it's like 8 or 9.
I don't think it's 9.
No, I think.
Well, what did Jeff say? I didn't even see that.
No, I think that's a message from before that I put up. Yeah, I can't see any ABV on it, man.
Maybe I don't know. I maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I thought it was more of like a 7-8. I only say it because I was going to bring it. I bring it in every year. I didn't bring it in this year, but it's very rare I bring in 9%ers and put on my tap line. 9%. I do sometimes. But
yeah, I mean, imagine if you bring in 9%ers, you would have to, get people that would like those beers that would drink it, you know.
Well, what is it? What's the bone saw?
Yeah, I can't fucking find it.
Fuck. I'm not going to try and think of it right now. I'm too fucking enjoying myself, enjoying my buzz.
Well, we're 40 minutes in the show, so let's get into.
Can we get into the fucking Eagles? Because are we burying the lead here? Because listen,
okay,
I'm going to say this, and I said it on one of my Facebook pages, Rick Rants. That's a game for the ages. That was one of the best regular season Eagles games I've ever seen, and I'm not exaggerating a little bit. That was one of the best. Are you kidding me? Listen, by all rights, we should have lost that game 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, and they just. And also turns out that
Jake
Buffalo team is 30 as fuck.
Oh man, Jake Elliott's leg. Thank you, man. That's
Jake
fucking awesome kick.
Jake the make.
But yeah, Bills are always dirty. I mean, that's just like
what a dirty team. I didn't even realize. Yeah. So I got a quick funny story that I was telling at my bar that I want to tell on here. So on this Sunday, my wife's aunt was coming down. She said I can watch the kids go out on a date day. All right. And I don't like bring my personal life in, but I rarely get that. So me and my wife are like, okay. So we go out. I said, I will record the game and avoid the radio, my phone, any media. I don't want to see the Eagles score. We even went out to the restaurant. I said, get me as far away from the bar as you can. I don't want to hear anything about the game. So I did it. I got all the way home. We got the kids to bed, and I didn't hear anything about the game. And I recorded it, and I started. Now, I'm about 2 hours behind in real time. All right? So now I put my phone in the next room. I said, I don't want my phone near me. I don't want anybody texting me. I don't want to, So I start watching the game. The first half happens. And if you remember, that first half was fucking horrible. Jalen Hurts had a quarterback ranking of 9, right? Yeah. It was, and I looked at my wife and I said, damn, I think we're going to lose this game. That was really bad. And I'm like, I mean, Eagles had nothing going. And the second half starts. I start watching the third quarter. And I'm like, okay, we're kind of getting into it and back into it a little bit here and there. And now it's coming to the fourth. And now I hear my phone in the other room blowing up. The thing is buzzing off the fucking hook. And I'm like, I looked at my wife and I said, either the Eagles are doing something really fucking good or really fucking bad, but I ain't checking. Right. So now I'm watching. Now, listen, by this point, the game has already ended. Everybody else knows what happened. I don't. Yeah. I'm, 2 hours behind. Right. And he's lining Jake the Snake is lined up for a fucking 60-yarder in the pouring fucking rain. I looked at my wife. I said, I love Elliott, but he's not going to make it. Man. Dude, cold. Balls to steal. I said to my wife, he ain't going to make it. She said he's going to make it. And he nails it like it was money, dude. He would have hit that from fucking 68. Right. So now that was the play. I said, okay. And that and the play to Alameda Zacchaeus when Jalen Hurts rolled out to his left, nonetheless, on 3rd and 15 and hit that motherfucker in double coverage in the back left of the end zone. I knew. I said, we're going to win this fucking game. I knew why my phone was blowing up at that time. I said, all right. And, and then Christ. And then, to go to overtime and just it feels like the football gods are smiling on us because this is the type of game. The last 3 games, the Eagles teams in the past would have found ways to lose these games. This team is finding ways to win it. They never lay down. They just fight. They're never out.
Greg's got a couple good ones here. He said the Bills need to move to Wisconsin to have enough cheese to match all that wine.
Nice. Yes, sir.
And then, by the way, it wasn't a horse collar. It was all jersey.
And not only that, it was from the side, not from the back. It was no horse collar.
He was in the pocket. He wasn't running, dude. They weren't grabbing him and bringing him down, dude. You know what I mean? Horse collaring is when somebody's running and you grab and pull them down.
Well, right. And when you get the back of their shoulder pads, that was all jersey.
Yeah. Resilient. That's the best way. Yeah, definitely. This team has no quit, man.
No, they don't. They do not. This team, there's something. There's something interesting about this Eagles team. I've never seen anything like it. It's something different.
So crazy. Like, everybody's like got something to say about them. Like the 49ers are saying stuff about it's a
Let them
very
cry. Let them cry.
like saying like we're gonna beat you guys, and our team's just like
see you on Sunday.
whatever, man. We'll see you on Sunday, dude.
Yeah, I know
like,
the Eagles are like
so crazy.
The Eagles
man.
are sitting there like, okay, well, we're waiting for you, so come on in. It's almost like in a fight, the scared man talks the most, and the Eagles ain't saying shit.
Well, I think that it comes from the leader Hurts, because
I think you're right.
You cannot read that guy whether he's happy, sad, or mad. There's no.
He dare I say, he's the Michael Jordan of the NFL. He is. That's what he is. Yeah. He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL. Listen, this guy, when all's said and done, he's going to end up winning 5 or 6 titles here like Jordan did. He's that good. He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL. People are probably watching, laughing right now, but in like 8 years, I'm like, wow, that dude was right. He was right. He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL.
He's all serious. Dude.
Ice water in his veins. And you can probably see he's the type, he ain't saying it now, but he probably hears and sees shit. And he's like, okay, motherfucker, watch this. Okay, I hear you. Like, remember Michael Jordan did that thing on ESPN, The Last Dance? And he's like, oh, I saw Clyde Drexler compare himself to me. I took that as an insult. You heard that 15 years. That's what Jalen Hurts does. He's like, he don't say nothing. He's like, okay, I heard you. Watch this. Here, hold my Gatorade. Watch this. I'm going to go 30-15 and roll to the left.
Yeah, registering that away for later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, okay, I got you.
So I was able to look up the beer. It is 7%, and it's Idaho 7, Citra, and Azaka. Right? Is that how you say it?
I guess. I don't know. I probably say it wrong every time. I never know if I'm saying it right.
The Idaho 7 is so sweet, and the Azaka is so free. It was definitely throwing me off.
That's like pronouncing the brewery Schlafly. Is it Schlafly or is it Schlafly? I don't know. Sometimes I say it one way, I say another. I never know, DeeTer, if I'm pronouncing shit right, but I don't care.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be good to go back to play against the 49ers because they've been crying all week saying,
yeah, for a year.
Yeah, for years, man. For a year. Like,
since we punched the face off at our head last year in the playoffs. That's all they did is cry, bitch, and moan. And they're still doing it. It's like 9 months later, it's still fucking crying. Like, shut the fuck up. Just come out and play.
So, man, I can't wait, dude. I hope.
I'm beside myself.
Like,
just fight the phone booth.
Normally, I'd be a little worried, but I feel like this is a game that we're just going to fuck
this team.
Right. I feel like this is a game that we're going to make it known. We're going to set the precedent and just kick some ass.
I think we already did.
I hope so, man.
I mean, and listen, Justin, actually look at the last 6 weeks, but go look at the past podcast, everybody watching. Remember about 6 weeks ago, I said the gauntlet's about to start. I think it was the Rams game. I know the Rams ain't the best, but the Rams are a good team that can win games. And I said, we're about to go on a gauntlet of games. And they just keep beating people. I said on Rick Rants, it was like when Tony went up to Apollo in Rocky 2. And he said, and Apollo's like, man, I won, but I didn't beat him. And Tony's like, you want me to be honest with you, man? He's like, man, I watched you beat that man like I never saw any other man get beat before. And he just kept coming after you. We don't need a man like that in our life, baby. Let it go. Let it go. Well, guess what? We are Rocky in this one. And guess what happened? Does anybody remember what happened in Rocky 2? He wins.
Yeah.
Last year was Rocky 1. We got there against Apollo, the Kansas City Chiefs, the big champion, going on his second Super Bowl. And remember what Rocky said? He's like, he laid in bed the night before the fight talking to his wife. He said, I know I can't beat him. I know I can't. But I just want to go the distance to show all the people basically talking shit. I just want, and he did. And then the next one, what did he do in the next one? He came out and beat him. Well, yes, I live my life on Rocky standards.
Well, Thursday night game still going on. Seattle's 28, Dallas is 27, And we'll be playing both of these teams, right? We got to play.
Next week after San Fran, we have Dallas, then Seattle. Oh, shout out to Sue, who shouts. I doubt she's awake right now. I highly doubt it. I was making her drinks very strong today, but she was hanging out with our good friend Mike Rozier today, and they bet on tonight's game.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before I tell you this, I want to preface it with: anytime you bet Mike Rozier, he wins.
He always wins.
So I told Sue, I said, take Dallas.
Yeah.
And bet Mike and say, because he loves betting. And so Sue said, Mike, I'll bet you on tonight's game. I'm take Dallas. He's like, all right, I'll take Seattle. I said, Sue, you just sealed the deal. Seattle's going to win this game tonight because you bet Mike Rozier. Dude, DeeTer, it's uncanny. He's like the anti-Bush.
I remember you told me that before, man. We got to get him on the show, man. We got just like
I know he wants to get on.
We'll send him like a practice link to like try to like get on the studio.
Do it at Hob,
dude. Because I would have to bring equipment there and set up there. That'd be like
we do it early in the day before any people get there.
And then like we'd have to have a good internet connection too. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
It'd be allowed. I mean, I would like to eventually do that.
But if we do it early and then post it late at night,
yeah, we could maybe make a recording or something like that. But we could just easily, send him the link. How I send you the link, you take that link, send it to him.
Know, I've tried, and he's like, I know, DeeTer, but he's like, I know what's going to happen. I send that link, we'll never hear from him. He's like, we're going to know that shit, and I get it. I don't either, Mike.
We could do a practice trial, though. You know what I mean? I'll make like a fake one.
You're gonna have to
show up.
You're gonna have to actually literally show up where he is and walk him through it.
Yeah, that's what I'll do, man. I'll make like a studio up, and when I hit you guys up at Hob, we'll walk them through how to do it. You know what I mean? That's the best bet, man. Because I don't know if we'll be able to do it at a bar, man. I don't know if we got the equipment for that.
One thing I did want to throw in there too. I know we talked some Eagles and talked some Flyers. Real quick too, Sixers play the Celtics tomorrow night. Oh, that's our biggest rival. That's the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA for us. And I think Kelly Oubre's back, which is going to be great.
Awesome,
I know the Sixers got blown out last night, but Embiid didn't play. It was the second game in 3 nights. But the 2 nights before that, the Sixers blew out, the team they were playing. So I think the Sixers team's on a really good path, and I think there's good things ahead of this team. So shout out to the Sixers.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't really get this in-season tournament thing. Maybe eventually,
I don't know. I don't care about that.
Eventually, hopefully, it has some kind of sway.
Maybe, yeah.
But it's still young. But I know.
Let me ask something. Is that something they maybe took a kid from soccer?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like in soccer tournaments, they play other teams from other countries and such. You know what I mean? Like that. This is an in-season tournament, so the games still matter as a season. It's very strange, but they do. I think they get 500,000 or something like that. They win.
But that's chump change for the majority of these guys on that team. I mean, that's not giving a lot of motivation to them, though.
Right, not for the head stars, but for the non-stars. You know what I mean?
They're playing the least amount of minutes in those games.
Yeah. I know.
That's like saying to me, and listen, I'll take $5, but that's like saying to me, hey, DeeTer and Rick, also do your podcast on our show, and we'll give you each a nickel. Oh, cool. Okay, whatever. I'll do it, but it doesn't mean shit to me. The nickel you're going to give me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Well, like my brother just posted up TV ratings, and I mean, with the flashy, stadium,
that is the most horrific courts I've ever seen in my life. It looks like somebody shit themselves all over the court. It does, like bloody shit. Like, shit, you gotta get that looked at by a doctor, dude. Like, why is there red in there?
I don't understand painting the whole the court like that. But I do like the dark Sixers jerseys. I think they look pretty neat. I don't know, but
I don't know. I don't pay attention to any of that shit. I just just play basketball. I don't know what these gimmicks are.
They always do those city jerseys. You know what I mean? Last year, I think it was like a gray jersey, or they'll do it's like weird colors.
You know what they should do? Do you remember it was in the early 90s in the NHL when they put that little laser thing in the puck? So when the puck went up the ice, it was just like a year or two. You saw like the trails on it, almost like you were tripping. Do you remember that? No. You're laughing, but it was a real thing.
Really?
If you watch it, yes. If you watch it, if Al's watching, he probably remembers. He's a big Flyers fan. Yes, for about a year or two.
Robbie's a big hockey guy.
Well, and they would do it on the weekend games. They would put this thing in the puck, and when you shot it, there was these like a laser following it. I thought it was awesome. I can't believe it didn't catch on. It died off after like 2 years. Do that like with the NBA. You know what I mean? Make it trippy or something. I thought it was great. I loved it. But then again, me and Rob were in two different places at that point. Rob probably wasn't, tripping out.
Yeah, probably.
I was, and I enjoyed it. It was cool. But most people hated it, though. The majority hated it.
But so what do you think about the Celtics? You think we're gonna?
I think if Kelly Oubre's back in the lineup, I think we have a good shot. I think it's a whole different team with him in the lineup. I think the best team we can offer is the one with him in the lineup. I think when Oubre's in the lineup, the Sixers are the best team in the East, or a top 2 or 3 with the Bucks and Celtics. I think they're that good. I think he makes that much of a difference. That much of a difference.
Yeah.
What am I missing here?
He said trails for hockey. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, he wasn't. Robbie wasn't in the phase we were in at that time. Probably, Yeah, he probably wasn't tripping out when watching a lot of games. But I think getting Kelly Oubre back is huge for this team.
Awesome in the start of the season, man. So hopefully. What he had? He had a bruised rib or a broke rib or something like that? I think
it's a broken rib, yeah. I think he got hit by a car or something, or whatever. I don't care. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I don't care, whatever it was. Just get back, get healthy, make this team better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking for that. The one other thing, too, I saw the Phillies were talking today to try to extend Zach Wheeler's contract, which is huge. I think that's awesome. Add 3 more years to the kid's contract. He's not a kid, but I think he's one of the best pitchers in the National League. Give him 2 3-year extension. Also, that Japanese kid, Yoshi Yamamoto, get him signed, man. Get him in here. Open up the bank book.
Be huge, man.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's lights out. The Phillies become the favorite to win the World Series if you do that.
We tried doing the hitting. Yeah, we tried. We tried having good hitters, and we do now. We have good hitters. But you can't get as far as the pitchers. You have to have good pitching.
I always say this: pitching's paramount in baseball. I love hitting too and all, but you can never have too much pitching. And let's not forget, we lost to Arizona because we had the lead in the 9th inning in games 3 and 4.
Right.
And Craig Kimbrell, our pitcher, blew it. So if you had the pitching, you win those games and you're in the World Series, and you'll probably beat that Texas team. So I know the bats went to sleep the last 2 games, but it was the pitching that cost you that series.
Yeah, and I would say, man, a lot of rotation, man. I feel like we could have calmed that down. I feel like it was a lot of let's left pitcher to right batter. What's it called? With the stats,
like analytics.
Analytics, man.
Yeah, I know. I can't stand that shit either, man. You go by your gut.
Right, man. I mean, the dude's doing great. Leave him the fuck in.
Right. Amen, brother. All right. Well, real quick, it looks like we're rolling up on our
hour. Yeah.
Do you want to give your football picks real quick?
Yeah. All right. I have the Texans with a negative 3.5 against Denver. I got that guy Dell, my fantasy football team, man. He's awesome. I got
CJ Stroud's my quarterback, so I got you.
Yeah. Steelers negative 5.5 against the Cardinals. I think
that game.
They just released Zach Ertz, which I hope we pick up. That'd be great.
I hope so. Please, Eagles sign Zach Ertz back.
with Dallas Goedert still being hurt, it'd be so
Right, we're
great
down 2 tight ends right now.
to have one of the best Eagles tight end come back.
Yeah,
Yes,
bring him back.
yes,
It's a perfect
bring
fit.
him back.
Bring him
He
back.
loves being here too, man.
And
So
that would
I'll
be
take-
such a great PR move too. That's like the kind of great PR move that propels you to Super Bowl win.
Yep. So I'm definitely taking the Steelers with the negative 5.5 over
Nice.
the Cards.
I like it. I
And
almost
then,
got that too.
And then I have the Falcons with the negative 2 over the Jets. I mean, the Jets, they're just, I mean, it's their season's done, dude.
They're garbage.
If you're winning now, dude, that you're highly mistaken. You know what I mean, might as well just wrap it up and wait till Aaron Rodgers comes back because you have no hope.
Yeah, well, him. Who knows? What the fuck? He's on a 1-year contract, or it's I don't know. Fuck them, though. I don't care.
Because he kept on saying he wanted to come back or
Yeah,
something like
I
that,
know.
man.
Achilles injury is pretty big time.
Yeah, man. That's gonna slow your roll.
A little bit. Hello. All right. I got the Lions giving 4 points to the Saints. I feel like the Lions are going to be looking to bounce back, but in a weird way, as I'm picking this game, I'm thinking maybe the Saints will win. I hope the Saints win. I
Saints
do.
got good defense, man.
I hope the Saints win that game, but I'm going to pick the Lions, given the 4. I'm going to take a couple big spreads. I'm going to take the Dolphins, giving 9.5 points to the Washington Commodores. I just think that team is just in disarray right now, that Washington team, and I think this Dolphins team just lays it on them. Probably beats them by like 3 touchdowns.
I mean, Dolphins is still a good team, man.
And their offense is deadly.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I think I do it every week, but my boy Dougie P. I love Dougie P, man. His Jaguars are giving 8.5 points to the Bengals. I think the Bengals, the Washington, are in disarray. Their quarterback's out for the year. I think they're scrambling like a bunch of ants that just had their anthill stepped on. I think the Jags cover the 8.5 points, probably win by 10 points.
Good picks, man. I like them. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Oh, man.
Well, you too, Mom.
Always a pleasure. Always a good time. Thanks for everybody that watched and came out and comment. Thank you so much. And keep watching, subscribe, and share. Y'all have a good night.
Later.